The .NET platform comes with numerous namespaces that contain types which understand how to communicate with relational databases. In this series of lessons, we are going to learn about the overall ADO.NET and what is its role in the software development industry. The .NET platform defines numerous data providers that are optimized to work with specific DBMS. We are going to illustrate how to use the types within the system.data.common assembly to write a code base that can dynamically pick and choose the correct data provider without the need to recompile and redeploy. ADO.NET is the collection of namespaces with types that know how to communicate with relational DBMS. The ADO.NET was designed with disconnected world in mind. Using dataset, an ADO application is able to traverse and manipulate an in-memory data without incurring the cost of network traffic. An ADO application can be conceptualized into three concepts: the connected concept, the disconnected concept, and the entity framework concept. In a connected concept, an ADO application makes use of a connection object, command object, and data reader object to connect and to traverse the data in a database. The ADO application directly connects with the database in a connected concept. In a disconnected concept, an ADO application makes use of a dataset object, which is an in-memory representation of the external database. Basically, what happens is that the ADO application will open a connection to the database and select all the data it's going to need for use. After it has selected all the data it's going to need from the tables of that database, it disconnects. The connection to that database is closed. Then, after the connection is closed, any subsequent changes and request to the data will be made to the in-memory data, which is the representation of the external database. Just like the database is composed of tables with data, the dataset object, which is the in-memory representation of the external database, is composed of data table objects. Data table objects are mapped directly with the database tables. The data table objects have properties that map directly to the table columns. The data table objects can be filled with data from the database. The changes can be made to this in-memory data or to this data in this data table object. But at the end, the application would want to commit all the changes that were made to the in-memory data to the database. At the end, the application may want to take all the changes that were made to its in-memory data to be committed to the database. Through the use of data adapter object, the ADO application is able to commit the changes that were made to the data inside the data table objects to the database. Data adapter objects are objects that are able to move all the changes that were made to the data inside the data table object. The data is moved to the external database. Basically, what data adapter objects are basically the bridge between the ADO application and the external database. You move the changes from your application to the database through the data adapter object, and you also move data from the database to your application through the use of data adapter object.